the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for the Pelicans, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. With the new year getting ramped up, teams just getting into the swing of things. Kenny, some major storylines already brewing. What are you seeing out there?
Well, you know, the rosters aren't coming together yet, and it's still early. It's still tough to figure it out. But then there's a lot of teams that's just off the radar right now, but they've been impressive. So I think that it's too early to tell. You know, too early to tell to give those ELNs.
Are you going to give me an answer?
I can't give you these ELNs, these Ernie-like numbers yet. It's too early.
Well, I see emerging young guns. You know, I see a couple of veterans now hitting the wall, physically getting up there in age. But I got to agree with Kenny, Ernie. It's too early to tell.
Jeez, I'm sorry I asked. Time to tip it off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Yeah, that's too early.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. So for the Lakers, their last game a win against the Suns in Phoenix. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
And it should be a high-paced game tonight as both of these teams, Clark, thrive in the open floor. So with that being said, what makes these teams so good on the break?
Well, you're right, Kevin. They do thrive in the open court. Excellent transition teams because they push the ball and they really have a conscious effort to run the floor at every opportunity. That's what makes fast break teams hard to beat, is because they're running all the time. And that doesn't give your defense a lot of time to set up.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Rajon Rondo is out there with Holiday. That's Tony Allen. Then it's Omer Ashik. And it's Cousins in at the 4-man position. Ball with it. Kicks to Randall. To the paint. Here's Ingram. Pass to Lopez. Shoots over Ashik. Lopez, no luck. And the Pelicans with possession here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Well, the effort plainly was not there. I mean, they often settled for tougher, lower percentage shots, and that makes it hard to win.
Another shot, and the layup is up and in.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Here's Holiday. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Left side Rondo. New Orleans moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. That one doesn't drop. And the Lakers going the other way now. Here's Caldwell Pope. And the rejection by Cousins.
You just can't get those kinds of shots past Cousins. When he's in the area, he's really good at getting a hand on the ball.
Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And no good.
I think they got to get it going. A 1-for-5 start, not what they wanted.
A shot by Holiday, nobody around. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
And you know, Holiday has a gorgeous touch from outside. He's a deadly shooter, an absolute laser when you give him space to fire.
Ball kicks to Randall, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
Simply missed the connection there. I mean, I like the unselfishness. Admirable, but just not the result.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Got a piece of it. Now Ingram. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit too.
Bucket is good.
Gotta like seeing Ingram get going down underneath the rim. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Now here's Rondo. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, a while ago, Alvin Gentry and I were able to chat. He said the focus defensively is going to be making things difficult inside. He wants to get them off the three-point line and make them take as many mid-range shots as possible. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. And Brooke Lopez, one of the Lopez twins, 2 7-footers who were both drafted out of Stanford in 2008.
Yeah, and Brooke went 10th, Kevin. Robin went 15th. That might be the best combined draft order of brothers in the history of the league. I mean, they've both become quality starting centers in the NBA. Brooke more of an offensive player. Robin more of a Velcro kind of guy.
The first free throw is good.
Nice looking set shot for Lopez. He can stretch the floor just about to the three-point line.
Brooke Lopez hits them both.
And, you know, the big man, Brooke Lopez, because he's so skilled as a scorer, doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively. He's not the most fleet-footed, that's for sure, but inside, I mean, he uses his size well to protect the rim.
Cousins, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
Pelicans trail by 3. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Ashik with it. He's picked up by Lopez. They grabbed their own miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Randall is screen on Rondo. Ball kicks to Randall. Those three-pointers off the mark. And the other critique of Brooke Lopez at the defensive end has been his rebounding. Not, Clark, the kind of numbers you expect from a 7-footer.
But ironically, Kevin, his team rebounds better when he's on the floor, though. Both he and his brother Robin are very good at boxing out, using their body and their size, and that leaves their teammates available to chase down rebounds.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws of the night. And he makes the first. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. 2 Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. if they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary. He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
Lopez passes to Ingram, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Tony Allen. And Brandon Ingram, the 2nd overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft, and he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
First one falls for him.
And really, guys, I can't put a ceiling on Ingram. I mean, with his length and his shooting stroke and work ethic, this is a guy who I think has the potential to be truly great.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Miller's checked in. So he gets them both. Clark, how long into a season do you wait until win-loss counts really start to matter?
I don't know if you can put a specific timeline on it, Kevin, but I think you kind of look at the season in maybe 10-day windows or 5-game windows, maybe a month window. It varies from coach to coach. For me personally, I would try to look at things in 10-day to 2-week windows and then evaluate from that standpoint.
Now here's Rondo. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. Rondo with it, out guarded by Ingram. Outside Holiday. This one for 3. Lopez grabs the board.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now. And with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Now Holiday, after the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Holiday dishes to Usher. Got a hand on it.
Ball size and timing really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
And the rejection by Cousins. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And here is Ingram. And it's ball in the corner. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, I tell you what, Ball doing a nice job using his size down in the post, rising up above his defender to get that one to go down.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Ashik with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Cousins misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
That's smothering defense. Chicken and gravy defense, not giving him an inch there. That's how you guard the inside. Yes, sir.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Holiday. Following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Rondo. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Rondo's got his first points in this one. Lakers leading by 5. The dish to Randall. Caldwell-Pope left side. Here's Ingram. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ingram's got 6.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell-Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Holiday against Caldwell-Pope. Feeds it to Cousins. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Shot clock at 6. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Brook Lopez.
And when you look at the Pelicans, you got to expect for them to be one of the top defensive teams in the league. You've got the Twin Towers down low, and Drew Holiday is in the top handful, I think, of defensive point guards in the league.
He's off on the first. Andrew Holiday at 6'4". Great size for the point guard position.
And his height enables him to cover shooting guards. At the same time, he does a great job of keeping smaller players in front of him.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. New Orleans also making some changes. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Ash. Diallo comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here's Clarkson. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Phoenix. The pass to Zubac. Here's Kuzma. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Lakers head coach Luke Walton got his start as an NBA coach in Golden State as a top assistant. He said, looking back, he would have paid to coach under Steve Kerr with everything he's learned.
Wow, that's a high compliment from Walton. Kerr and Walton have very similar personalities, too. I mean, both are pretty even-keeled, low-key kind of guys. And when Kerr's back surgery sidelined him, Walton led the Warriors to the best start in NBA history. Pretty amazing.
That free throw missing, and the Pelicans making a change here. Clark's checked in. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time can rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
And he gets it to go. And the Lakers lead by 8.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nance. And Moore kicks to Miller. Pass to Diallo. Moore outside. Clock at 4. With the floater and the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Laker lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass.
And so here is New Orleans. It's a 10-point game. Now here is Miller. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Ajinça, it's stolen by Nance. Clarkson with the ball. Over Moore. Rebound by Ajinça. Ajinça's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Moore inside. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Moore's got his first basket.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
The feed to Nance. Passes it to Hart. Down low and stolen by Miller. Clarkson against Moore. Pass to Diallo. Clark for 3. Kuzma pulls it in.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Moore kicks to Clark. There's the pick. Moore passes to Clark. Drills the three-pointer. Clark's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Kuzma. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for New Orleans.
And they've got really good balance here. I mean, the 3-ball hadn't been the strongest weapon today for them, but I'd say keep the dose just about the same. Don't change the recipe. When you've got that open shot, you got to take it.
The first one falls.
Well, you know, historically, the Lakers have been a glamour franchise and have been able to attract top-tier free agents. The temptation exists to skip any rebuilding and instead look to reload with new stars. We'll see if that pays dividends going forward.
Second free throw, no good. And Coach Walton has said when you build from within, you control your own destiny. What do you think, Clark? Should they build slowly but surely or look to land the big free agent?
Well, I think you do a combination of the two, but slow and steady usually wins the race. I know in this day and age we want everything microwave, but one of the questions for the Lakers is how many of these young guys have real star potential? Who are those guys you can build around? And if you don't see it, the temptation grows stronger to go out and try to find that ready-made star.
Now here's Nance. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. New Orleans shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he makes the first.
Yeah, and the Pelicans, after making the playoffs in 2015, had some high expectations with superstar Anthony Davis, but last year was a bit of a disappointment, and it forced them to kind of pull the trigger and go out and land DeMarcus Cousins. So their fortunes now, I think, are going to be held by those 2 anchors on the front line.
Kuzma passes to Zubac. On the wing, Nance. Pelicans pull it in.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket. The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Right back after this break. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
I think they've played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Lakers leading by 7. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Clarkson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Nance, and it's Hart in at the 2. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, Clark, you had the distinct honor of playing horse against the former president of the U.S., Barack Obama. You lost that game, I don't want to remind you, but I want an honest answer. Did you let him win that contest?
Kevin, the deal is that it was an unbelievable privilege to play POTUS. We changed the letters of that game back in 2010, and I let the president up. I gave him life after I had him down, and he took advantage of turning the momentum in his favor. He won fair and square. I did give him an opportunity to win, but he's on top in that matchup, and I think it ended up being good television. And while some of my former teammates look at me with disdain for having lost a horse game to the president, I think it was all intended to end just the way it did.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
Lakers leading by 8. It's stolen by Allen. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Nance a screen. Clarkson passes to Hart. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Can't hit from in close. Here's Clark. His last outing we saw him pour in 22. And here's Moore outside. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Clarkson against Moore. There's the pass to Kuzma. Here's Clarkson. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
You know, the defense was there, but Clarkson fearless inside.
Dishes it to Clark. Ajinça kicks to Allen. Here's the screen. Here's Moore. Rebounded by Hart. Lakers leading by 6. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Moore against Clarkson. Pass to Zubac. Over Ajinça. Hits some rim on the way in. And the bucket's good. Zubac has got 6. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Moore kicks to Allen. Back to Moore. The teardrop falls in. Moore's got his second bucket of the night.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
They set the pick. Pass to Kuzma. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Here's Nance. And that one goes long. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And then for New Orleans, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Diallo. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ejuan Moore. Pelicans trail by 8. Outside Rondo. He dishes it to Allen. He kicks it to Cousins. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Ingram. Lopez a screen. Off the screen and slam dunk by Ingram.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Ajinça with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. On its way from Clark for 2. The Lakers with the rebound. To the middle. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. The Lakers in 5th.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
They set the pick. Kicks it to Cousins. He feeds it to Allen. Over Ingram. And the shot falls short this time.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
Here's Caldwell Pope. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Cousins has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
Picked by Randall. And the rejection by Ajinça. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Cousins with a screen for Rondo. Allen dishes to Cousins. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Cousins has got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Used all 7 feet and about 1/3 of a ton to get that one up and down.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Lopez. Mark, we've seen an influx of superb scorers in the recent draft classes. Any young player come to mind who could lead the league in scoring in a few short years?
Well, it's going to be a while as long as Kevin Durant is still playing, Kevin. I think he's the guy that can do it as easy and efficiently as anybody. But when you look at some of the young guys that may have that potential, certainly Devin Booker at Phoenix, love this young man's stroke and demeanor and toughness on the offensive end. Markelle Fultz has a skill set that screams big-time score. Those 2 guys of the young group would probably stand out to me.
Right. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Miller's checked in for the Pelicans. Pelicans trail by 7. Outside Holiday. Cousins with a screen on Randall. Screen by Asik. Miller with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. Here's Cousins. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. Cousins has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And with great players, you've got to pick your poison. You'll live with Cousins shooting from mid-range.
Ball, the pass to Randall. The dish now to Ball. Lets it go with the 3. No good that time. And New Orleans will come the other way. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And 2 teams here that were evenly matched a season ago, as they split the season series.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it, but one of them has got to win tonight.
That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Ashik. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. Lopez a screen off the pick. And no good, trying to use the glass. For New Orleans, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Holiday dishes to Cousins. Feeds it to Rondo. Cousins with a screen for Rondo. Miller with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. And he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Screen by Cousins, and Holiday kicks to Miller. The feed to Cousins. Pass to Ashik. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Lopez has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Caldwell Pope.
And you really got to be in awe at the way that Kentavious Caldwell Pope plays defense. So disciplined in this era of three-point shooting to kind of stay home on fakes and playing great position defense. He just sticks to his man like glue.
The Lakers have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Pelicans trail by 9. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. Screen by Ashik. There's a good screen. He's looking for Cousins and finds him, and the layup is good. Cousins has got 8. Now with Caldwell Pope, it's not like he's playing defense on just anyone. Greg, he usually drives the opposing team's top scorer as his nightly assignment.
Yeah, and he's earned that responsibility because of his play. I mean, typically plays a ton of minutes and never slows down during the game. All around fantastic defensively.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And checking out the numbers for Ingram, how he did last season was in at about 9 points per, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
With some arc, Ashik no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Whoa, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Holiday, the pass to Ashik. They set the pick. Inside. Lopez with the block.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well. He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Holiday with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Cousins with a screen on Randall. Miller outside. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Miller's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New Orleans. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Clark, just how important to a team is it to have a veteran presence on it? Like, how did the vets on the Pacers help you when you were a rookie or a young player in the league?
You know what? I think it's invaluable, Kevin. I was a 21-year-old rookie. I left after my junior year at Ohio State. And veteran players, Herb Williams had been there a year or two. Guys like Billy Knight and George Johnson, Butch Carter were around. And having those guys talk about what it takes, and we were a very young team and had young veterans, but still they were invaluable in terms of giving you an example of how to go about your business to be successful as a pro.
More in the corner from deep. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his third rebound on the night. Here's Kuzma. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Holiday. And the Lakers breathe a sigh of relief this summer, retaining their lottery pick that had a greater than 50-50 chance of falling to the 76ers.
And you know what, Kevin? That's a huge boost for the franchise, drafting Lonzo Ball. They kept their pick, but that means they will lose their 2018 pick. No upside to losing games this season. They're going all in.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. He's off on the second, but they'll get another chance. Zubats gets to Clarkson. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Kuzma. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Kuzma's got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers. And Moore kicks to Diallo. And it's Moore penetrating. It's deflected. They get it back. Good on the shot.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Holiday, and it goes down 2 points. Holiday's got 10 points in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
They set the screen. And the pass to Nance. To the middle. Here's Clarkson. Makes it off the glass. Clarkson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Fighting his way inside, Clarkson shows good body control.
And that's not going to go. And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Alongside Coach Alvin Gentry. Alvin, what sorts of adjustments are you going to make in the second half?
Well, we just got to get ourselves organized. We got to get back. We got to take better shots. You know, the problem that we have is we're taking bad shots and they're running out on them. We just got to take good shots and we got to get back and get our defense set.
The best defense is offensive efficiency. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
Kenny, let's get your opinion on New Orleans.
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
Los Angeles leading by 10. So for New Orleans right now, Allen is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Holiday, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Ashik in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Ingram dishes to Lopez. Rondo with the rebound. The Pelicans shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. It's Allen on the wing. Holiday, the pass to Ashik. Back to Holiday. Clock at 6. Now Ashik, 13 feet away, off the left rim and out. Ball kicks to Randall, stolen by Allen, and now it's Allen running. He can go all the way, and it's denied.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. I mean, his long reach really allows him to come up with a good number of blocks.
Ball dishes to Randall, pass the ball. Lopez a screen. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. They grab their own miss. It's not going to go for him.
Got to find a way to energize themselves, get going. 0 for 3. They're looking for their rhythm right now.
Here's Allen. Doesn't go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
And it's Ball in the corner. Cranes the three-pointer. Ball's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Lakers. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
Clarkson, he's checked in for the Lakers. And here's Rondo. Dishes it to Cousins. Cousins with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Here's Holiday. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And Randall throws it down.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this one.
Well, you know, you got to give them credit. I mean, they flipped the switch and they're not looking back now.
And one of the more surprising moves this past offseason was when the Pistons let KCP go. Two sides couldn't see eye to eye on a contract, and eventually they let him be an unrestricted free agent.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And Greg, Caldwell Pope ultimately ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Strange to see such a talented player get renounced by his old team, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often. And after the Bradley trade, the Pistons seemed ready to move on. Lucky for the Lakers to pick up a player like Caldwell Pope so late in free agency.
Time now for an injury report. And let's get an update on Lonzo Ball's injury. David, what's the news there?
Hey guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Lakers. They checked out his foot, and it appears he may have sprained his toe on that play. He's definitely out for this game, and they said there's a chance he could miss a few more games as well, which is not what they need right now. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
Ingram passes to Clarkson. Back to Ingram. From past the arc. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's the screen. And Ashik kicks to Holiday. Ashik the screen for Holiday. Shot to stop the run. Knocks down the 3 ball. Holiday's got 13.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Passes to Clarkson. Randall a screen on Rondo. Clarkson kicks to Randall. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Look from Holiday. Holiday with another miss.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Allen right side. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And Allen, just an incredible defender. Has a grit and grind mentality and uses his speed and strong hands to just annoy offensive players.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
2 shots.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
First free throw is good. Clark, when we talk about the importance of what a player can do, how important is it for a player to know what they cannot do?
Very important. Understanding who you are and what your skill set is and how that fits with your team, critically important. Not only knowing it, but then embracing your role within your particular limitations, skill set, and teamwork.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And Julius Randle, that 7th pick back in the 14 draft out of Kentucky, was a 5-star recruit out of high school and was able to help get the Wildcats to the championship round. So this is a guy who is used to the spotlight.
Outside Rondo. Out left to the wing. Here's Clark. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists in the game. Lakers leading by 17. And Julius Randle with an intriguing game. A great rebounder. He's a pretty good ball handler for his size, too.
Yeah, he likes to rip it and run, and very athletic when he gets ahead of steam, and boy, he can be tough to contain.
No easy options for the defense when Lopez gets in deep.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. The first one falls. Lopez hits them both. And Alvin Gentry wants a timeout.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
And looking now at some numbers for Randall. Good season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Got a piece of it.
And love the defensive activity from KCP, selling out there for the block.
And the rejection by Cousins. Pelicans trail by 21. Rondo kicks to Cousins. Rondo dishes to Ajinça. Feeds it to Allen. Clark for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
Let's take a look at DeMarcus Cousins' numbers. Great showing for him last season. 7th in scoring, 9th in rebounding, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Here's Ingram. Excellent D there from Allen. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Clark kicks to Rondo. Trying to find Ajinça. Gets it to him.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
Lakers leading by 19 points. Ingram passes to Lopez. Ingram dishes to Clarkson. No good on the triple. Pelicans shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Cousins with a screen for Rondo. Allen outside. Here's Cousins. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
Greg, I think they're just giving the game to him at this point. Can't make those kinds of errors.
So both teams changing it up here. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Clarkson kicks to Nance. Pass to Kuzma. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Diallo, he's checked in for New Orleans. Darius Miller comes in for Allen.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Moore outside. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Moore's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Hart the pass to Zubac. Expanding his range. It's rebounded by New Orleans. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
For New Orleans, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
One shot.
That free throw good from Diallo. Los Angeles leading by 17. Now the pass to Kuzma. There's a screen. That shot off. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Moore against Clarkson. Moore dishes to Ajinça. Can't connect from 14 feet out. LA's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Kuzma can't get it to go. Pelicans trail by 17. Miller kicks to Ajinça, and he uses the glass on the layup. Ajinça's got 4 points in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Clarkson. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Clarkson's got 8.
Riding it up and in off the drive. Clarkson athletic enough to create his own offense.
Clarkson against Moore. Ajinça controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Los Angeles leading by 15. Clarkson with the ball. 8 points for him. Nance outside. Here's Kuzma. 5 on the clock. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Moore against Clarkson. And Moore kicks to Diallo. Jumper off the screen. Rebound the Lakers. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Hart. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ajinça's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And the shot goes down. 12 points for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
There's a screen. Now, here's Clarkson. Defense right on him. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And this is the advantage Clarkson has. I mean, he's a big combo guard and can convert through contact.
Miller outside. Picked him clean. Fast break, the Lakers. Moore with the steal. And 1:01 left in the 3rd quarter. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And then for New Orleans, Ashik comes in for Alexis Ajinça. And it's Drew Holiday in for Ian Clark. .59 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Miller kicks to Diallo. Moore up top. He has 6. The kick out to Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. Sinks the triple. Holiday's got 16.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this 2nd half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Pass to Hart. Here's Kuzma. There's the screen. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Now Moore. There's 14 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Outside Holiday. From the arc. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be right back after this. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
Forget about the score and let's compete.
Just compete. That's all. Not that hard to do now.
Without worrying about what's led up to this point, Alvin Gentry trying to refocus his players' efforts.
Yeah, I mean, dwelling on the point differential at this point isn't going to fix anything. But all 5 guys giving maximum effort, that might be a cure-all for a whole lot.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. They've got Ivica Zubac. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Hart. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the Laker 5. Screen by Asik. Here's Miller. Back to Holiday. Miller kicks to Diallo. They set the pick. And it's Miller penetrating.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good for Miller. Lakers leading by 14. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And yes, it's good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Whoa!
Hey, watch out now. Watch out.
Oh, good anticipation. KCP reads the play, makes the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Holiday gets the bucket.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Here's Hart. He dishes it to Nance. Passes it to Hart. Over Moore. Hart, no good.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The first one falls.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Lopez, he's checked in for Zubac. Julius Randle comes in for Nance. And it's Brandon Ingram in for Hart. And then for New Orleans, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Diallo. Allen comes in for Darius Miller. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Moore. It's deflected. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ennis is checked in. Rondo passes to Asik. Back to Rondo. They set the screen. Allen dishes to Asik. Shoots over Ingram. That one a little long. Lakers leading by 17. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Rondo kicks to Allen. Screen by Asik. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Fires at the elbow. Cousins, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Ingram. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, one of the undervalued parts of rebuilding is finding talented players of high character. Well, that's one more thing I like about Brandon Ingram. I mean, he's unselfish, a good teammate, and he accepts input from his coaches.
And the first one drops. And Ingram very quiet, very reserved, but Clark, he embraced the go-to role in his freshman season at Duke.
Yeah, and with his work ethic, the sky's the limit for this young man. He's humble, but very confident in himself.
Brewer is checked in for Ennis. Both shots good from the stripe.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Allen outside. And they double up Cousins. 5 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. They get it back. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
And Brewer kicks to Randall. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And the basket by Brewer.
And Brewer is so long. I mean, a capable scorer inside. He rises up quickly to get his shot off.
Rondo passes to Asik. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Rondo, a master at setting up teammates.
Los Angeles leading by 19 points. Ingram kicks to Randall. He feeds it to Brewer. The dish to Lopez. Back to Brewer. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Rajon Rondo.
Man, I love the confidence Brewer has. An aggressive scorer and really a terrific teammate.
And that one falls for Brewer.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Brewer hits them both. And referee play review is something that is still relatively new in the NBA. Clark, do you think it should be expanded?
I think we should continue to modify and refine it and be careful to not look to overdo it. But we also want to make sure we're using it productively and prudently. So modify it, refine it, evaluate it each year, and try to make really good use of it in the areas where it can be most effective in enhancing the calls that are made in the game.
Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins, but he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
One shot.
That free throw good from Cousins. And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow, but Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with a team who's committed to him.
Kicks to Holiday. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. His three-pointers off the mark. Lakers leading by 18. Ingram kicks to Randall. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And the foul on Drew Holiday. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope dishes to Randall. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Ingram.
Love how Ingram toys with the opposition. Just is unflappable, drawing contact easily on these kinds of shot attempts.
And that one falls for Ingram. He's off on the second. Pelicans trail by 19. Here's Allen, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
And Allen drops them both. Lakers leading by 17. And here's Clarkson. He kicks to Ingram. Now the feed to Randall. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Yes, that goes in.
And a nice job from Lopez to catch and shoot in a fluid motion. And for a guy as big as he is, that's really impressive.
Screen by Cousins. Holiday with the three. Offensive rebound. Tries again. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Brook Lopez.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
This is where we see Cousins a lot. He's always up there among the league leaders in free throw attempts. It's so hard to handle in the post. The D just never knows what to do with him.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. Lakers leading by 17. Dishes it to Randall. Caldwell Pope kicks to Lopez. Picked by Randall. And Lopez throws it down.
Putting that Stanton to the test, the big fella, banging it down.
New Orleans has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Screen by Cousins. And Holiday kicks to Ashik. Out to the right wing. Clarkson against Rondo. Clock at 6. Here's Cousins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. Lakers leading by 17. Now, here's Clarkson. Caldwell Pope kicks to Randall. Feeds to Clarkson. There's a screen. Over Rondo. Again, Los Angeles.
Such quick ups, Clarkson, giving the defense no chance to close out on it.
Pelicans trail by 19. Screen by Cousins. Ashik, the pass to Holiday. The putback. Cousins on the follow.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Clarkson dishes to Ingram. To the inside. 17-foot shot on the way. Lopez, no luck. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Lakers leading by 17. Pass to Randall. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Cousins with a screen on Randall. And Holiday kicks to Allen. Screen by Ashik. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. Here's Cousins. And then Ashik with the dunk.
And Ashik is relentless in how he pounds the glass. A long-arm 7-footer who judges misses well.
Clarkson kicks to Ingram. Over Allen. That one off the back iron and out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday. All free throws good from Drew Holiday. Lakers leading by 15. Clarkson with the ball. Picked by Randall. Lopez right side. Clarkson passes to Caldwell Pope. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And always a smooth athlete. KCP doing a better job of drawing contact.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
He's perfect from the line this time. Pelicans trail by 17. Now Rondo. There's the pass to Ashik. Holiday left side. Pass to Cousins. 5 to shoot. Ashik. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Lopez. Lakers leading by 17. Here's Clarkson. It's rebounded by Rondo. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
It's underrated, but Rondo possesses terrific strength. Even when you get the contact, he has a way of being able to create and finish shots.
That's good from Rondo. Well, a few things have become clear with Rondo in the past few seasons. One, Greg, he needs to be happy with his situation in order to be productive. And two, he can give you big numbers at times, but he isn't the player he once was on that Celtic team.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's such a hard-headed guy and has his own way of approaching things. If you clash with him, everything goes up in flames with his game. He needs to be on the same page with his coach, and he's running out of coaches who will put up with it.
Pelicans trail by 16. Holiday dishes to Ush, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man. I mean, if he's sliding his feet just a skosh, the refs are going to whistle him for it.
Here's Clarkson. Caldwell Pope kicks to Lopez. Picked by Randall. Here's Ingram. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against New Orleans. First free throw is good. Good on both. Here's Rondo. A minute 50 left to play here in the fourth. Allen with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Here's Cousins. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That one on Caldwell Pope.
And Cousins lives at the line. Just applies tremendous pressure on the defense.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Lopez a screen. Clarkson passes to Ingram. Back to Clarkson. Floats one. Ashik pulls it in. Ashik's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And we just had one of the closer MVP races in recent memory. Clark, do you define the MVP as a player with the most impressive stats, or the best player on the best team, or somewhere in between?
Kevin, to me, the MVP is an individual award. Clearly, we play a team game in the NBA, and a team's performance is part of that, but it's a small part of it to me. An MVP performance is one that not only has consistent high-level statistical production, influences winning at a good rate, but also stands out in the magnitude of the moments this player has over the course of the season. Those two things drive the needle for me as an MVP voter if I had such a vote.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so by winning the first of 3 to play in this season series, it should give them plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace up their sneakers against the Pelicans.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Julius Randle.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Oh!
Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, ooh, wow. And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
Here's Hart. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. You know, sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.